Good morning. I'm Brian Downs. This is a Republic if you can keep it. It's December 26, 2025. It's about 10:30. Coming to you from Orlando, Florida. The battleship was obsolete on December 7th, 1941. The battleship was an idea, a doctrine in naval warfare that first kind of raised its head. Well, the battleship as we know it, the steel Titan with ballistic rifled guns, etc. Around 1890 or so. At that time, the great powers projected power across the oceans with navies. In order to project power, you had to give the idea you could destroy the other guy's navy. The way you did that was with a very large ship carrying very large guns and lots of armor. Those very large guns could throw shells that weighed 2,000 pounds or more, 20 miles or more. The idea was if you could hit the enemy's ship before the enemy's ship had the range to hit you, then you had the advantage. They were called a battleship because they were intended to stand in a line of battle, to sail into battle in a line and face off with the enemy's navy and trade blows until somebody cried uncle. They were obsolete on December 7, 1941, when aircraft carriers of the Japanese Imperial Navy delivered an air strike on American battleships in harbor at Pearl Harbor, wreaking tremendous devastation on American naval power in the Pacific and introducing the United States of America to World War II. The United States then quickly went into the business of building aircraft carriers, which then dominated all the major naval engagements in the Pacific because the battleship was obsolete. Battle of Midway, Battle of the Coral Sea, I'm pretty sure, got that right. Point is, aircraft carriers were how naval power operated. That was true in 1941. It's true today. The United States military hasn't fielded a battleship in many, many, many years. And so, of course, President Donald J. Trump has recently announced that we're making new ones because battleships are big. Battleships are big, and there's nothing Donald Trump doesn't like better than big. So he's announcing the Trump-class battleship, which is total lunacy. I would prefer if he announced a new battalion of horseback cavalry soldiers, the Trump battalion, because that would be a lot cheaper than these battleships and just as useful. Modern naval power is demonstrated, is exercised with missiles fired at targets hundreds or thousands of miles away, not guns fired at targets to which you have direct line of sight or even slightly over the horizon 20 miles or so. That's a joke. That's ridiculous. Think of the battleships of World War II, the American battleships sunk at Pearl Harbor. Think of the Yamato, the famous Japanese behemoth that never won an engagement in its career before it was destroyed, largely with the help of American air power. Totally ridiculous. Utterly imbecilic, but they're big, and Trump likes to put his name on big things, and his big battleships are going to have rail guns, which are science fiction. The U.S. Navy's been trying to develop that as a weapon system. It's not there yet. He's going to build these battleships. He's going to put them on the water within 2 or 3 years. Totally ridiculous. That's not how any project of this size has ever worked. Oh, these battleships are going to be armed with hypersonic missiles. Totally nonsensical. Number one, I don't believe the U.S. has any hypersonic missiles today. Number two, the point of hypersonic missiles is that they fly very, very fast and very, very far. They fly so fast that they're almost impossible to detect or intercept. The whole point of hypersonic missiles is that you can fire one from, an air base in Colorado and hit a target almost anywhere on planet Earth. So what's the point of mounting hypersonic missiles on a ship? You don't have to move the missiles toward the target on a vehicle. You just launch them. But he likes the sound of that. He likes the sound of every science fiction project that Pete Hegseth has been jerking off on. So that's what's going to go on the Trump-class battleships. And these things are going to be in the water within 3 years. Also, by the way, they're going to be extremely expensive. Again, a battalion of horseback riding cavalry. Not mechanized cavalry. We say cavalry when we mean, carried into battle by helicopters today. No, I mean on horses. That would be more useful because, I don't know, you could use them for parades or something. They would certainly be cheaper. Utterly imbecilic. By the way, this program will go nowhere. Whoever is president after Trump will cancel it immediately, especially if it's a Democrat. And it certainly looks like it's going to be a Democrat, because thanks to Donald Trump's almost indescribable incompetence, Republicans can't seem to get elected. I can't even think of a low enough position. Republicans are losing elections up and down the map for any position you can think of, state representative, governor. Why? Because of Donald Trump and his utter corruption, and the fact that his administration does nothing but serve his ego. So, Trump has announced the new Trump-class battleships, pieces of science fiction based on a naval concept that was obsolete almost 90 years ago, that will be incredibly expensive, remarkably stupid, because again, modern naval power is about aircraft carriers, missile frigates, submarines. But it'll be big, and it'll be named the Trump class. Because, by the way, of course, no living American president has ever named a warship or class of warships after himself. Never before. But hey, that doesn't stop Donald Trump from exercising his childish ego. The man is insane. He's incapable of rational thought. He is a toddler with dementia and the nuclear codes, who cares about nothing but stuffing his own mouth while having his ass kissed. It is past time that he was impeached. It is past time that he was removed from office via the 25th Amendment. That day must come.